Hello, Hofstra fans. Welcome to the WB Mason Coaches Report right here on GoHofstra.com. Anthony Santinello now joined with the head coach of the Hofstra Pride men's lacrosse team, Seth Tierney. Coach, how's everything going?
Anthony's going great. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. So, just recap last season a little bit. 5-9, picked preseason tops in the conference. Sam Lars, Player of the Year, but you guys failed to make the CAA tournament. How much did that one kind of just hurt you guys?
Yeah, just a tough year. You know, I've said it a couple of times. You know, through to different people. 9 losses by 13 goals. Couldn't finish some games. Missed some opportunities. Again, attention to detail is a reason for it all, and we needed to close it out. Distractions, health issues, all could be used as reasons/excuses. Depends on how you want to look at things. But one way or the other, we can't press rewind. We can't go back in time. We have to learn from the past and try to correct the future. Again, Sam was pretty banged up last year, along with some other guys, and just couldn't finish some games. Played a tough schedule, but again, we had some of those games were in our control and didn't close them out.
Last year, obviously, you lose Mike Malave, Chris Selva, and the entire rope unit, John Reicher, Ryan Riley, and Steve Romano.
Yeah.
Those 5, I mean, they've been huge factors ever since they stepped on campus. But this year, how do you plan on replacing them?
Yeah, certainly, we miss those guys. We miss their leadership. We miss their maturity. We miss, their game day experience. But that's the unique thing about coaching is, you gotta rebuild some chemistry each year. So just like we talked about earlier, the juniors of last year's team saw what they did, mimicked some things, tailored some things, and brought some new things on their own. And you're going to see some new faces out there, some new names. But again, we'll see how things roll out.
In the preseason, Finn Sullivan awarded with the Nick Laureate Memorial Award, wearing number 27 this season. I know it meant a lot to him, but why Finn, and why did it come down to?
Yeah, I will tell you that I usually get in a room with Coach Hunterstein and Coach Gorman as they were teammates with Nick. I did take the job over here when Nick was diagnosed. I never got a chance to coach Nick, so I use them as kind of a barometer of what's going on, and a lot of that award needs to be kept with the type of player that Nick was, just a hard-nosed, blue-collar, overachieving type player, and Finn Sullivan fit that bill the most this year. Obviously, we had a bunch of guys that were up for it, but this time it felt right being on the defensive side of the ball, playing with a little bit of an edge, and and a blue-collar mentality, and Finn fit that bill the most.
4 new captains this season: Finn Sullivan, Sam Linares, Tommy Vogel, Brian Van Bargen. We just talked about Finn, but the other 3, how important have they been to
they all bring a little something to the table. Really happy with Brian Van Bargen and his approach to this year as a senior year. It's something magical happens when you leave your freshman year and become a sophomore. Something equally as magical happens when you leave your junior year to become a senior. And that happened to Brian Van Bargen. Things start to mean a little bit more to you because you can see the end line. Sam, naturally, just because of his talent and his ability to lead by example, was out there. And Tommy Vogel is just he's a special person. He's a guy that takes care of things correctly on and off the field. Just a great person, unbelievable character, and just thought that, the guys on the team as well, but the coaches also thought that he was deserving of being a captain this year.
Now, you talked about it, you lose the whole rope unit from last year, so it's going to be 3 newer faces on that rope unit. What can we expect from them this year?
Yeah, I mean, again, we're going to have some different names out there. So, we're looking at Tanner Griffin, who played close defense last year, maybe to get some run at the pole. Transfer in Liam Blom from Syosset and Ohio State, and Tyler Fleury has been doing a good job. So those 3 guys are fighting for some time at the long stick midfield. And then the short stick D middies, again, when you play 2 guys really for 4 years, or for the most part 4 years, in Romano and Reicher. Brendan Lynch got some time for us last year, and Luke Gomez. Those 2 guys will be the front runners. Tommy Vogel and Cole Considine are sitting in 3 and 4, and they're all fighting. We're going to play a lot of them, so it's not we're just going to play 2. We're going to try to play 4 throughout a game during certain situations, and we'll see who emerges as the guys that can handle the spotlight.
Now, the big matchup this week, obviously, number 6, North Carolina, down in Chapel Hill. They lose Joey Sankey, Jimmy Bitter, a couple of their big-name guys for the last 4 years, but they still rank number 6 in the preseason. How big of a matchup is this for you guys?
Yeah, North Carolina's, they always got a couple of horses in the barn, and they do a great job. Coach Bressie and Coach Metzbauer, They're 2-0 on the season after beating Michigan and Furman this past weekend. So we got our work cut out for us. Certainly they have some long athletes, some good, fast athletes, guys that can play, face off, goalie. They've got a complete package. So we're excited about the opportunity to compete against the 6th-ranked team in the country or whatever it may be, and to go down there and showcase what we have. And it'll give us a great idea of where we're at and what we need to do moving forward. We did have a couple of scrimmages against Syracuse and Lemoyne, and then Rutgers and Hobart 2 weekends ago. So hopefully we picked some things up and fixed them. Unfortunately, we didn't get out of the Rutgers and Hobart scrimmage unscathed. We had a bunch of injuries, and so we had to give the guys off this past week. We'll practice a little lighter and change some things up, and hopefully we get a couple guys back this week.
Early in the week, obviously, but what's the early key to victory, you think, for the North Carolina team?
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to do your own job. I mean, that's just the way it is, and then everything will kind of click together. There's going to be guys out there that want to help and want to do more than what they think that they're capable of. We got to just do what you can do, and everybody's got to be responsible. Chris Clark and the face-off guys, the wing guys, they got to be responsible for getting us the ball, and that's their role. And if that works, then that gear will start to move. And then if we can handle their 10-man ride and we can clear the ball with the clearing team, then that gear will start to move. And then offensively, we can't take any bad shots. We got to make sure that we back up. We got to handle their length and their size and maybe a little bit of their pressure on the perimeter and work for the best shot, not the first shot. And then defensively, we all got to get in the hole and be aware of their strengths and then clear it the first time. We'll get a stop. Let's clear the ball the first time. So it all looks good when all the gears are rolling. There's going to be some highs and lows in the game, as they are in every game, and we just kind of got to weather the storm as we're down there in North Carolina.
Head coach of the Hofstra Pride men's lacrosse team, Seth Tierney. Coach, thanks for the time. Best of luck.
Thanks, Anthony.